How many times have you died in Minecraft and thought there must have been a better way to handle that? Whether you are a casual player trying to survive your first night or a seasoned veteran looking to optimize your gameplay, you are likely making things much harder than they need to be. Minecraft is full of hidden mechanics and secret shortcuts that the developers never explicitly explain. Today, we're looking at 10 things you should actually do in Minecraft. These are practical, game-changing tips that will completely transform how you play, fight, and build. Make sure you stick around until number 1 because it reveals a hidden trap mechanic that is completely inescapable even for players with endgame netherite gear. We start at number 10, block your feet from explosions. We have all been there. You are mining in a dark cave, you turn a corner, and a creeper is already clicking, ready to detonate. Your instinct is to run, but in tight corridors, that usually results in death. If you do not have a shield equipped, there is a much faster way to save yourself. Simply place a single block on the ground directly between your feet and the creeper. This sounds too simple to work, but it is actually based on how Minecraft calculates explosion damage. When a creeper or a block of TNT detonates, the game casts a ray from the explosion center to the very bottom of your player hitbox, which is your feet. If a solid block blocks this ray, the damage calculation drops by nearly 90%. It does not matter what block you use. A piece of dirt, a block of cobblestone, or even a crafting table will absorb almost the entire blast, keeping you alive with minimal damage. At number 9, put fortune on your hoe. For years, the hoe was considered the most useless tool in the game, only needed for tilling soil. But in recent updates, the hoe has become a powerhouse. If you apply the Fortune 3 enchantment to your hoe, it will dramatically increase the yield of crops you harvest. This works for carrots, potatoes, wheat seeds, and nether wart. More importantly, using a hoe to harvest crops does not consume any durability, meaning you get a permanent infinite yield increase without ever needing to repair the tool. It also works on leaves, greatly increasing your chances of getting apples and saplings, and on glowstone blocks, ensuring you get the maximum amount of dust every time. Stop using your bare hands or a regular tool to farm. Get yourself a fortune hoe. For number 8, you need to turn on subtitles. Tucked away in the accessibility settings, there is a feature that acts as a legal radar for your world. By enabling subtitles, the game will display text boxes in the bottom right corner of your screen, indicating every sound happening nearby, along with an arrow pointing in the direction it came from. This is incredibly useful for finding hidden dungeons, cave networks, and underground lava lakes. Even if your game sound is low or you are listening to music, the subtitles will tell you if a creeper is walking behind you, if a skeleton is drawing its bow, or if lava is popping through a nearby wall. In multiplayer PvP, this is a massive advantage because it displays the footsteps of players and the opening of chests, making it almost impossible for anyone to sneak up on you. Coming in at number 7, tame horses instantly. Finding a horse in the early game is one of the best ways to explore, but the taming process can be incredibly tedious. You have to mount the horse, get thrown off, mount it again, and repeat the process until the horse finally decides to trust you. If you have the resources, there is a way to bypass this entirely. If you feed a wild horse 10 golden apples, it will tame instantly. The very next time you click on the horse, it will be tamed, allowing you to put a saddle on it immediately. While golden apples are expensive, the time you save in speedruns or fast-paced survival scenarios makes this trick highly valuable for professional players who cannot afford to waste a single second. At number 6, dig down standing on 2 blocks. Everyone knows the golden rule of Minecraft: never dig straight down, but sometimes you need to get to the deep caves quickly, and building a staircase takes too much time. You can actually dig straight down safely by using a simple trick. Stand directly on the border between 2 blocks so that your player model is touching both of them. Then dig the first block down. Because you're standing on the border, you will remain safely supported by the second block. Look down the hole you just dug to make sure there is no lava, water, or a massive drop. If it is safe, dig the second block and repeat. This simple technique allows you to dig straight down at maximum speed with absolutely zero risk of falling into a lava lake. For number 5, use weakness potions on mobs. Fighting hordes of mobs at night can quickly overwhelm you, especially on hard difficulty. But you can make yourself virtually invincible using a splash potion of weakness. When you throw a weakness potion at standard mobs like zombies, spiders, cave spiders, and silverfish, their attack damage is reduced to absolute zero. Even on the hardest difficulty setting, these mobs will perform their attack animations, but you will not take a single tick of damage or any knockback. It is particularly useful against cave spiders, as the weakness effect also prevents them from poisoning you. It turns terrifying cave encounters into a complete joke. Coming in at a number 4, Scaffold with slime blocks. When building large structures in survival mode, you constantly need to build temporary pillars to reach high areas. Most players use dirt or cobblestone, but clearing those pillars afterward is slow and tedious. Instead, you should always use slime blocks. Slime blocks have a unique property. They can be mined instantly with your bare fist. You do not need to switch to a shovel or a pickaxe. You can simply hold down your mouse button and tear down a massive pillar of slime in seconds. Furthermore, if you accidentally fall off your building, you can place a slime block directly underneath you before you hit the ground to bounce safely and avoid all fall damage. At number 3, zigzag your elytra glide. Flying with an elytra is the fastest way to travel in the late game, but if you are traveling long distances, you will quickly burn through your rockets. If you want to maximize your travel distance without wasting resources, you need to change how you glide. Instead of flying in a straight line, fly 40 degrees downwards to gain massive speed, and then pull up 40 degrees upwards to convert that speed into altitude. By repeating this zigzag motion, you can glide for thousands of blocks using only a single firework rocket. It is a highly efficient flight mechanic that replicates the classic glide physics of older games, allowing you to travel across your world with minimal resource cost. For number 2, convert your skeleton farm to a stray farm. Finding a skeleton spawner is a great way to farm experience and arrows. But you can easily upgrade this farm to get much better rewards. By placing powdered snow and cobwebs at the collection point of your farm, you can freeze the skeletons. After standing in powdered snow for several seconds, normal skeletons will convert into strays. Strays have a much better loot table. In addition to normal bones and arrows, they drop tipped arrows of slowness. These arrows are incredibly valuable for PvP and defeating bosses, as they slow down your targets on hit. Converting your farm is simple, costs almost nothing, and permanently increases the value of your mob drops. Finally, at number 1, build a cauldron honey trap. Creating an inescapable trap is extremely difficult in Minecraft because players with netherite tools can quickly mine their way out of almost anything. However, you can create a completely inescapable trap using a unique combination of honey blocks and lava cauldrons. Normally, lava cauldrons deal constant burning damage just like regular lava, but if you place honey blocks directly underneath and around the cauldrons, the honey's sticky properties will pull the player downwards through the cauldron. Because of this, the player is constantly burning, but is completely unable to jump out of the cauldron. The game's jump physics are disabled by the honey, trapping them in a loop of burning damage until they die. It is the ultimate defense trap for your base that no player can escape. These 10 tricks prove that understanding Minecraft's hidden mechanics can make your survival experience much easier. By changing how you mine, farm, fight, and build, you can save hours of time and survive situations that would kill average players. Try these techniques in your next world and see how much easier the game becomes.